we're gonna let me flip our camera around since we're suddenly streaming. Suddenly streaming. Okay, I logged on a couple of minutes early because I wanted to try the bike thing. We're gonna see if look, Scott's here. Okay, I have to click him to make him show up. Oh, there he is. Hi, Scott. Oh wow, nice. Is that a mic?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's professional stuff looking there. You may be too advanced for this show.
No. I bought it. Jeff and Sarah Lynn and Aaron and I were doing a D&D game that we were that Jeff decided he wanted to record and do like a live play broadcast at some point. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
had to get like a better microphone. I don't know if that project will ever see the light of day, but we recorded a bunch of stuff. So
Oh, well, that's cool. So
yeah,
obviously we're on like 15 minutes
so
early. So I didn't say welcome to the show. Blah blah blah. I was gonna wait till 8:30,
that's fine.
but I also didn't realize it would like start the live stream automatically, which it did.
Are we on? Are we live? Are we on the tube of views?
Yes, we're live right now. Yep.
Oh my gosh!
But to if it helps you relax, we don't have any viewers. You're not even
Oh,
watching this time, and
I'm,
you were
I'm
our main
about.
viewer last time.
I'm gonna be. Hang on.
Well, we're like 15 minutes early. Um,
Well, sure,
I
but I
guess
mean, I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute it.
okay, that's probably good. Oh, also, don't look at the camera on the YouTube
Yeah.
for your reactions because it was so delayed last time. It was comical, but it was confusing. No, I meant your verbal reaction.
Oh.
Just in the last part where like some lady walked by and then I walked by her and walked down the pier and back onto the land, and then you're like, "Hey, that lady has a
Oh.
kid," and like, oh, I think something's gone wrong. Speaking of things gone wrong, I'm about to try something new and exciting, which is, as you can see, I've got the camera pointed at me now,
Yes.
and I want to flip it around. Of course, I wanted to have it pointed at me so that I could say to the audience, which I did too early, so I could say, "Welcome to the show. This is Untethered. I'm Wesley Green. I'm being joined by." Do you want me using your full name? I don't know why that is in my head that people might not want that. I'm being joined by Scott Smith. Today we're going to Hanoi Lake here in Hanoi. Well, that was a lot. I hope they stayed tuned in through the whole thing. Or one viewer who's actually you.
Are we being joined by another guest?
Well, we were going to be, and I'm thinking probably not. So I'm going to switch the arrangement here, and you're not going to take up half the screen. Sorry, nothing against you, but I wanted to
That's
put
fine.
I want to put you down in the corner.
Nobody
But
puts baby in the corner.
well, you're not a baby,
Well,
so should be all right.
I look like one. I look like an adult baby. Look.
Oh no, that's not what this show is about.
Oh
Um,
no.
okay, I'm gonna flip the camera, and that causes me to have to reload the page, and I don't know if
Okay.
that ruins everything or not. So we're gonna find
All
out, I
right.
guess.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, don't anticipate too much because I'm not that fast. All right, that's my widescreen camera. We want that, and then we want to unable to access the camera. Yeah, you can access it. Just try again.
You can do it.
Oh wow, that actually did fairly well. It was quick, painless. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but all I see is myself.
All you see is yourself. Oh,
All I see is myself.
let's make me the primary then,
There's a
and then
cooler.
now you can't see you at all. That's not good.
That's fine. I mean, we're here for the vistas.
Well, shoot, it was working just swimmingly, and make you primary. Ah, that's you. Hello. And then
I'm
let's make
still
me
here.
primary. And then, nope, it's not going to have you in the corner. Well, we'll get your voice, and we've seen you, so we know that a real human is attached to that voice.
That's
That's
me
really
in the
all we need.
corner. That's me in the spotlight.
Oh, what's going on with your religion?
Um, I don't know. It's about the same.
It's nothing to report on religion. That's how that song ends. Everything's
That's
great, and
right.
I still love Jesus.
Well, I mean, whoever, that's fine. Love who you
or,
want.
or whoever.
Worship the deity or deities of your choice, or none at all. We're very accepting here.
Wow, that is some shake right there.
Yes,
You get
this is the Harlem Shake.
all right.
I'm
Well,
gonna drink a cool, refreshing Gatorade.
good.
What
That's
happened to our other guest? Did she have to bow out?
well, she didn't. She never confirmed, to be honest. So
Oh,
it was.
well.
I just invited her, but I'm sure she's
Oh,
still
I
sick.
see.
She got sick probably like more than a week ago, and we'll let her come on one day and discuss her illness. Should she choose to?
Well, I messaged her to see how she was doing. She said she would been feeling under the weather, so hopefully she'll feel better soon.
Yeah,
So you know who you are out there if you're listening to this stream right now. We hope you feel better soon. Oh yeah.
well, I don't think the camera is doing much good. Honestly, I don't think anybody's getting anything out of this.
Mm, except motion sickness, yeah.
Right. That is what's happening. You're right about that. That all of these people.
So I call that voice the deep sultry voice I was using. It's
Yeah.
Gemma Slow Jam because
Jim of
Gemma Slow
Slow
Jam, Gemma
Jim.
Gemma Slow Jam, Gemma Slow Jam is the corruption of a name that we found on. It's a Star Wars name that we found while playing an X-wing game, and we decided that Gemma Slow Jam was the radio voice that you just heard earlier. So he also pilots an A-wing for the rebellion. So that's his
Oh, he pilots
backstory.
the name. That's
Yeah.
any
All
of that connect
right.
to the name you found, or
Well,
just he was
yeah,
all made up?
he was all made up, but we decided that he was a radio DJ that plays the slow jams for you.
Well, if you haven't fast forwarded yet, then well, you're a real trooper. Okay.
Oh well, I'm sorry, my Star Wars story. You
Oh no no no!
yeah,
Sorry, not the Star Wars. Although this is not the Star Wars channel, but
not
uh,
yet.
not yet. Give it half an hour, it will be.
That's my plan. Tonight we're going to look at how Vietnam is affected by Star Wars, as the whole world is to some degree.
So I had a better bike mount today, but well, I guess it wasn't better because it covered up the camera. So I went and got a different bike mount that doesn't cover the camera, and this one flops around like like it is currently doing.
Is this? Are you riding a bike currently?
Yeah, I'm riding my motorbike. I was gonna
Oh,
walk down today. It's not that. I mean, it's about a half-hour walk. But I was running about 10 minutes late, and I wanted to eat. So I thought, well, a bike is the way to go. And then I thought, wouldn't it be clever to film the ride there? I've noticed the thing is pointed to the ground too, but honestly, this was another surprise. I don't know what I'm doing episode. I started 15 minutes early, convinced that I could mount the thing on the bike and maybe just catch the last 2 minutes of the ride, but it just automatically starts the live stream when you hit the button, so that doesn't happen. Instead, we've got lots and lots of material here, which is fine with me. I hope that's also fine with you.
yeah. These early episodes are just
We're going to go back to these early episodes when we're famous YouTube celebrities and say, wow, that's what we're doing.
That's right.
And his ability to be larger than me. Oh, maybe. Here, okay, it's almost over. For those of you who are
All right.
getting the aforementioned nausea.
No, it's so shaky. I don't say anybody could be nauseated. It's almost like your brain can't process what you're seeing.
Yeah, much like the
Yeah,
processor of the computer processor.
that's right. Your brain today, ladies and gentlemen, is like a computer processor. Neither of them can understand what they're seeing. You're welcome. Well,
That should have been violently shaky. Oh, oops. All right, now we're going to move into not as shaky territory
all right.
as we complete today's activity.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for less shaky video,
You're about to get that. Oh, I guess I should get a
you're
ticket
about
or
to
something. No, I don't want to leave the site.
ticket pays for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Right. 1 hour. 10,000. Yeah. No, but oh no. Oh, sorry. Did I go off for a minute?
No, you're still here.
Okay, good.
You're having,
Sorry, this is the part where I do. Come on.
are you renting a space for your bike?
Yeah, paying for parking. I gotta be honest, that was the fishy thing. They usually hand you a ticket and many other things happen. Okay, task number one, let's get out the gimbal so it stops being crazy shaky.
Okay.
I should already know when I think I'm going to add some cool new aspect. It's not going to work out. But on the other hand, this is the time to do it. We've got no live viewers. I can and will at some point go back and edit this. So I won't edit out the Star Wars story, but I will
You
somehow edit
should.
out the 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 amount of crazy shaky video. That was just nuts. All right, let's well, hang on. The gimbal has to be in its transformed state.
It's
Shit.
robot
Okay,
mode,
sorry.
if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, gimbal activate. How are things going on your end?
It's going all right, I guess. Oh, there's a bridge. Look at that.
Okay. Well, this is for some reason when you switch to landscape view. Oh, this is not good. This is the wrong camera.
What?
I'm using the wrong camera. Oh,
What's wrong
heaven.
with it?
Is it camera 0 maybe? Camera 0. Well, it's zoomed. It's got a crazy zoom to it. Or
Oh.
at least it does on my end.
I see a bridge. I don't know how zoomed it is, but
I mean, does it look like I'm very far away from the bridge?
I'd say you're about a medium distance away from it.
I don't know what that means.
Not
I think
very
this is
far away, but
well. It should appear pretty far off. Let's. I'm gonna try and change this
it does
camera
not
before.
it does not appear pretty far off. Um it's kind of far off, I guess you'd say.
All right. Well, we're gonna try this. See, when I go to change the camera, it shows something different. You know what? We're gonna reload this lovely, lovely thing. It's so great that they're able to do this. Um, okay. Well, that's good. Did this go sideways?
Yep.
Okay, good. That's strangely that is actually a good thing.
Everything went sideways. Oh, now it's just me. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's just me, Scott. I'm sitting here, my recording area.
Your recording area?
Um, well, yeah, this is the place where I record, so it is my recording area.
Okay. Now,
Up
how
to
come?
Vietnam.
Where were
Now it's
you?
just me. Now it's
We're
Vietnam.
back. Now, I don't understand why I can't adjust the thing and put you down in the corner. It starts out that way, but only if you are the primary. Oh, maybe you're the host or something.
I
Are you the
hope
host?
not. Now
Are you
it
the-
now the bridge is very far away.
That's what I was looking for. The very far away bridge.
It's a bridge
What
too
makes
far.
all. Hmm. Okay. Trying to get back so I can get it to do the thing. I don't know. It doesn't want you to be on the feed.
That's fine. It knows best.
All right. Well, as long as that's. I mean, I cannot flip the camera and keep you on the thing. Let's see.
That's fine. I don't
Change
mind.
avatar. I don't want to change my avatar. No. Okay. Well, okay. First, we should go live, go full screen. Oh, that's just for me. And then we should reorient. Okay. Did it change back to a normal orientation?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, it's a rainy day here in Hong Kim.
Let's do station
And
identification again for people that are just tuning in.
excellent idea. We're like 5 minutes into the normal time. Not that it matters because nobody's looking. But yeah, we're 5 minutes in. So let's let everyone know that this is untethered. And I'm Wesley Green.
I'm Scott B. Smith.
And we today we're going for a Cyclo ride around Hong Kim Lake. This is Hong Kim Lake.
Where is
We're
Hanoi Lake located?
here in Hanoi, Vietnam.
What?
Yes, that's right. We're in Hanoi. Amazing stuff, right?
So exotic.
That it is. I got to zip my bag.
Wesley is in Vietnam. I am not.
Yep.
I am in my own home in Northwest Georgia, United States.
And I noticed you didn't want to get too specific. You don't want the internet tracking you down.
I don't want the IRS tracking me down. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I don't either, but it actually wouldn't do them any good.
Oh,
Bao nhiêu tiền? 200? 50. 150. No, not 150. 50. 50
Ồ,
yen.
rẻ quá. Ăn Tết.
Come on.
Ăn Tết cheap rồi. On way. Ăn Tết, ok.
That's all right. I'll see
Ăn
whatever.
Tết cheap. 80. 80.
80? All right, we can do 80.
we're haggling a price
Oh,
for
50 is a good price, but, you know. Okay, now we're going to. All right, well, it's already begun. Now, my thought for this whole thing was that. Oh, that's not good. We agreed on 80. Oh, was that, we're going to do the activity, do the ride around the lake. Probably show the lake instead of the street. I'm a little too fascinated with streets. I don't think other people are as fascinated as I am. And then when we're finished, then that's the end of the stream, and we'll just say goodbye.
all right.
Like there's no preset time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not like, oh no, we got 10 minutes of the show left. I tried to ended it an hour last time, and then later I was like, I didn't really need to do that. I could have ended it on the middle of the lake, just at some high point in the conversation. Do you agree, or?
Well, I mean, I guess you don't really know what the high point is until you're past it.
That's true. I could just edit it to the high point. But I guess my point being that that we don't need to do anything else to fill up time, because this doesn't take long. This lake is not large. Fun little activity with it. It's over fairly quickly.
Well, tell us about what we're seeing.
We're
'Cause
seeing
I don't know. So
Oh, you can always ask questions if you see something interesting, and also, because I can edit it, it does. He's on the phone. Kafa Cafe. That's a popular chain restaurant or chain cafe here.
ah,
Cafes are a big thing here. It's very much a cafe culture here in Vietnam, and I have become super addicted to coffee. I mean, I drank it before, but man, I've got to have it every day now. I didn't do that before, but it's just fun to sit in a cafe, so it's part of the addiction, I guess. This street runs all the way around the park, which is the park is just the lake. You might be able to see an island in the middle of the lake from here.
yes.
If you do, that is the temple. It has a name. I'm forgetting it. Anyway. Oh yeah, shoot! I brought my other phone so I could look things up and sound like I know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna get the name of that temple. But there's a temple on that lake. Boy, it's a humdinger. I mean, it's famous. It's just a temple. Well, shoot. I really thought I had Wikipedia on this phone. Well, anyway, yeah, so there you go.
All right. And what kind of temple
Any
is that?
Buddhist. Most of them are going to be Buddhist here. Not all, but most all. Oh, Joan. Hoàn Kiếm Lake. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ho Guam is the alternate name for the lake. Ho Guam means sword lake,
Oh.
and Hong Kiem means lake of the returned sword.
Oh,
But
that sounds like a story. Tell us
it
about it.
is. Yeah, I don't really have the whole story, but the sword comes back and it goes right there. You can see the towers just as we pass by here. But there you go. That tower is where the sword is, or mythically, I don't think there's an actual sword in there, but
Like Excalibur?
yeah, it could be.
Like a mythical sword or
Yeah, it's a mythical sword. It's part of the Vietnamese myth.
okay, it's not like it's like symbolic or something like this person was the sword of retribution for this group or something. Not
Uh,
like a metaphor.
According to the legend, after defeating the Ming China Emperor, Lei Loi, the Ming China Emperor, the Ming China, okay. I just have to say, as an English teacher, we need more English teachers. I don't know who writes stuff on the internet, but man, it's not great. Now, if
It is.
they're,
The answer is everybody. Everybody
yeah,
writes stuff on the internet.
fair enough.
Um,
After defeating Ming China, Emperor Lei Loi was boating on the lake when a turtle god, a golden turtle god, name of Kim Kui, surfaced and asked for his magical sword, Heaven's Will. Loi concluded that Kim Kui had come to reclaim the sword that its master, a local god, the Dragon King, had given Loi sometime earlier to defeat. I feel like we drop into the middle of the story to defeat Ming China. That's
so
pretty
wait,
late, actually.
so
Go
wait,
ahead.
stop.
Yeah.
So the Dragon King, a local deity, had given
Mm-hmm.
the Vietnam emperor, as
Yeah.
opposed to the Chinese emperor,
Right now, the Chinese.
right, had given the Vietnamese emperor a magic sword to defeat the Ming dynasty,
Yeah.
who I guess were invading.
The
Did,
Chinese were kind of always invading for like 1,000 years.
yeah, I played Dynasty Warriors. I remember that part.
Wait, did you go to
Um,
Vietnam in Dynasty Warriors?
and some of the later ones, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
the uh, the stage was had much more jungle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's not.
I
It's
don't
not really
remember.
accurate. It's not just all jungle here, but yeah.
Well, no, I did.
Okay. No, I'm just like pointing that out. It seems like that's American media too. Every time you see Vietnam, it's the jungle. It's like, well, I mean,
Yeah,
they have
no,
jungle.
no, no. I mean, all the battles in the China, in the parts in China take place in fields. I don't assume all of China is a giant field. I mean,
Well, actually, that might be right. They got a lot of
oh,
people to feed.
not back then. There were
Oh,
much fewer people.
they had quite a bit.
Anyway,
Okay, go ahead.
um, so the Dragon King, the local deity, gave the Vietnamese emperor a magic sword called Heaven's Will, and after the battle in which he used it ostensibly to defeat the Ming dynasty, which was the purpose of giving him the sword in the first place, a golden turtle god rose up out of the lake that we just passed, named Hon Kim,
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, Emperor, why don't you give me that sword?" And the
Give me
Emperor,
the,
right, why don't you give me that sword? And the Emperor surmised, oh, he's come to reclaim it to take it back to the divine realm or whatever for the Dragon King, since I don't need it anymore. Is that right?
Well, no, that's the part. That's the part we're at. So the turtle god asks for the sword back, and then we return to the story. Okay.
Okay.
Later, the emperor gave the sword back to the turtle. So he apparently didn't give it back right away. But he's like, hold your horses. I'll give it back when I'm done with it. Gave the back to the turtle god after he finished fighting off the Chinese.
Okay. I put the cart before the horse.
You're just ahead of the story. Emperor Loi renamed the lake to commemorate this event. From its former name, Luk Toi, meaning green water, great name, the Turtle Tower, that was the tower we saw, Tap Roi, standing on a small island near the center of the lake, is linked to the legend. The first name of Hanoi Lake is Tavon. Excuse me, sorry. Tavon. When the emperor hadn't given the magical sword back to the turtle god. Well, now I'm confused whether it was green water or Tavon, but moving along. It was one of those. This is the opera house.
Oh.
It's modeled. Yeah, okay. It was modeled after Opera Garnier in Paris.
Oh, that's
I don't see the
lovely.
resemblance. But yeah, it's nice.
It's still it's a pretty building. Well, that's a great story about the Sword Lake.
Yeah, it was a good story, right? Should have had that pulled up when we started. This thing moves too fast, really.
Whoa, slow down there, guy driving the cart.
Elderly man cuddling me. This is too fast. Grand Opera House is an opera house in central Hanoi, Vietnam, erected by the French colonial administration between 1901 and 1911. They couldn't nail it down. They don't know when exactly it happened, but somewhere in that decade. Mm-hmm. Hanoi Opera House is one of 3 opera houses that the French built during their time in Indochina. The others are Haiphong and the Municipal Theater in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, so that's why.
Oh, it's the Metropole.
That's why they say it resembles a French building, because the French built it.
Well, I mean, it probably was like designed to look like it, but my untrained eye doesn't see the resemblance.
I mean, I'm not saying erroneously that it's like, the French would design it to look like a building that they were familiar with, I would assume. So
something about Italy.
Italy, okay.
I don't think it's. Sorry, that's what we're looking at right now, but I don't know what it is.
Casa Italia. That means Italian home.
Yes, it does. I had Angelo on the show. I'm going to post his, but I did his through Zoom, so it didn't live stream. And we're not going to do that anymore. The sound was terrible, so I had to hack his really all to pieces.
Do I know Angelo? Have I met him? I don't know.
No, sorry, just an Italian friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
I did say it as if we just all know Angelo.
Well, I mean, there's every possibility that I do know him and just forgot. It's that time. It's it's just
the time of life where you forget things.
Yeah, a lot of things. So,
I just think I didn't blame it on being. I think I forgot things before. I just didn't blame it on being old. It's like, well, I forgot it. Never mind. Who cares?
That's true, but now I have a legitimate excuse for my forgetfulness.
Right, so you're going to put it out there. Look, I'm old, people.
No, I'm middle-aged. I'm not old.
I'm middle-aged, people. But I forgot that. I said I was old instead.
Look, I'm middle aged. I'm in the middle years of my life. But thankfully, I can extend my life with Obamacare. That's right.
That's right. You're doing the impression. We like that on the show.
Oh, do we like the impressions? Okay, well, good.
Oh, Lee Tai-to. I mean, it's not him. That's the statue. But
Oh,
Lee Tai-to is important.
who is that person?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
Luckily, I know enough. I've learned enough Vietnamese to look it up. Lee Tai-to, unless I misspell it, which is awful. Lee it's L-Y. Tai, T-A-I. Say it. Lee Tai-to. Yeah. Oh, I got it.
well, there's a bunch of flagpoles.
T-H-O. Lee Tai-to.
Are you at Six Flags in Vietnam?
No.
Oh.
Lee Tai-to. Lee Tai-to. The title.
Sure. The driver is like Tai-to into his phone. Lee Tai-to is not going to answer. He's been dead for centuries. You can't call him.
Oh, I know. Maybe let's look at the map.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're almost done, and we never found out who Lee Tai-to was.
Well, a mystery for another day.
T-H-A-I. I did spell it right. Lee Tai-to Monument.
Ask the driver.
Let's get it very quick. Massive bronze statue of King Lee Tai-to in a serene garden to honor liberation, culture, and history.
Oh. Cool. Liberation from whom?
Good question.
Thank you.
It will not allow me.
Well, that's your homework, ladies and gentlemen, audience members. Just look up Lee Tai-to. I'm sure he's a very interesting person.
Maybe.
He's a liberator. I mean, he's a boring liberator.
I just did the liberation paperwork.
I was just the bean counter for the real liberators. There was a guy with a magic sword.
All right. Lee Kong Lan. Temple name, Tai-to. Was a Vietnamese monarch, founder of the Lee dynasty of Vietnam and the sixth ruler of Dai Viet. That's the Vietnamese empire name.
Okay.
He reigned from 1009 to 1028.
Okay.
He has a statue.
I guess that liberation culture, he may not have been like a liberator, but if the people are trying to honor their distinct history and culture and such, then you know, they may be honoring him even though he didn't liberate them from, say, the French or something.
No, he didn't liberate them from the French. He was a bit early for that.
Sure. I'm just saying it may be like, look at this monarch. He was a real Vietnamese guy. He was a real example of our culture and that kind of thing.
Seems like one of the earliest emperors.
Was he a king or was he emperor? Their difference.
Yeah, he was emperor.
Okay. The article said king earlier.
Oh, the translation aren't always it doesn't always make a distinction.
I didn't know if there was one, so that's why I was asking. But he's not like
During the
emperor.
reign of
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
During the reign of Li Paito, the Song dynasty China was preoccupied with maintaining internal stability and still recovering from previous defeats and skirmishes with the Liao dynasty in western Xia. Dai Viet is Vietnam, as a result, was mostly left alone, and political relations between the two states revived. In 1010, the Song emperor recognized Li Konglan without delay, conferring upon him the usual title of vassalage, so they were a vassal of China when he took power. In 1010, Li Paito attacked and caught 13 persons of Diklao bandit ethnicity and presented the captives to the Chinese court. On August 1014, he sent a mission to China, presented 60 horses as gifts, and notified the Song court that he had subdued a Hanoi community. Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. I thought they were going to say he liberated them from the Chinese, because they were a vassal of China at this time.
Right.
And I don't see anything else, but they called him a liberator on the other thing. So,
Well, no, they didn't call him a liberator. They said the statue was there to celebrate liberation culture.
oh, ooh,
So,
good spot on that.
So that's what I was saying. Maybe he wasn't a liberator himself, but he represents like a time that the people want to look back on fondly or proudly and say, "This
Right.
is all us. This is all Vietnam, without foreign influence." Although it sounds like they were a vassal state of China at the time, but
yeah, I mean, honestly, from the others that I've read, this is like the formation. The time we're talking about is the formation of Vietnamese. I don't want to say identity, but maybe that is accurate. Like, this is the earliest Vietnamese culture goes back about 1,000 years. There's some sites and things that go back a little farther than that. So it's not like there was nothing here, but there was some point at which they became distinct from Chinese culture.
right, or at least if that's the date they have marked as that having taken place. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
That's a fun little market. You like that?
Yeah. I liked all the like sneeze guards they had up for the street so they didn't get the. Well, no, I mean, so like they don't get splash up from the street on their gross stuff, you know.
I'm completely on board with that. Let me tell you, that is new. That's a coronavirus change, but I like it.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's not just viruses or that sort of stuff. It's just stuff from the street splashed onto the fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
And also, it kind of prevents people from leaning over all that food and breathing on it and getting their, other people germs on it. I just like that. And that probably makes a little more work for the people that have to work there. They got to put their stuff together, but I don't know. I'm on board.
You got to figure it's probably easier to, just spray some Windex on a glass plate than try to wipe off, every individual apple or whatever,
Right, yeah, absolutely. And people are still going to wash their stuff when they get home.
Sure.
But it's just nice for it not to have gotten on there in the first place, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Let's look at some of these. We're going to come back to some of these temples.
Ah.
That's a nice Buddhist temple. Actually, no, I keep saying they're all Buddhist. They're not all Buddhist. The majority are, but there are also Taoism. There's Tao temples. And a Confucian, one of the famous ones here is a Confucian temple.
Well, I mean, that's why I asked, because, I don't know.
But I do have a bad habit of just saying, oh, they're all Buddhist, but they're not. Most of them. That's the dominant religion. I wonder if he's just milking this ride at this point.
I mean, you already agreed on a price. I don't know what to tell you.
He'll up it when we finish. He'll be like, yeah, but all over the historic district. Which actually I'm fine because he is doing a good job. He's hit good spots, and we got to see the market. Now, not much should be closed now because of the restrictions. Basically, the restrictions are just causing things to close after 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of okay. So where we're at right now is actually the nightlife intersection for the historic district.
Oh.
Yeah. So this, in fact, we might be going down that side. It probably is. It's a cool little street, but this street if you can use your imagination at night, is filled with. We're not going there, okay. But it's just filled with little tables and people out drinking, and yeah, quite active. And this whole area also, these are all bars. But the thing is, it's not just the restrictions on going out right now. There's just no tourism.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this is obviously a big tourist part of town. The historic district is where people want to stay. But I have found online that there's a conflation between this, which is tourists and young people, and it is outdoor drinking. But there's a conflation between this and what's called beer hoy, which is just it literally translates as draft beer, but it would not be what you would think of as draft beer. The beer is the same, but the experience is much different.
Uh-huh.
And it's mostly like old guys that go out and just have some snacks and some beers, and it's a nice little restaurant, and chat, shoot away the evening, and it's a very different experience than the young people nightlife tourist area we just went by. We're closing in on 50 minutes for the stream here. How are you on time?
I'm all right.
I mean, I made the mistake of declaring before we started, well, I'm just going to do it as long as the thing lasts. And he's just riding all over town. We'll be in China before we're done.
Oh, look at that. I'm so bold.
He might take us by the hotel where I spent the first lockdown.
Wow.
I'm not going to ask him to do that.
Well,
Well, we're not passing by any famous sites anymore. I'm afraid we ran out of fascinating history. Well, not really. We're in the historic district. Oh, I know what I can tell you that's kind of interesting to me, but I'm all about urban structure. The streets here in the historic district all have a particular industry. So, like one street will be the hardware street, and one street will be the textile street, like buying in order to sew
huh.
products. Yeah, so it's set up basically like a modern department store where each street is a department. So if you've got to get your holiday decorations, you go to Holiday Decoration Street or an aisle in a supermarket.
Huh.
I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
easy to find things.
Right. And comparison shop.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Good for the market economy. But the one that really gets me is Holiday Shopping Street. Like it's a whole street of different stores. They're differently owned, and they all restock everything, and the whole street changes um, for every holiday. We'll go over there sometime. Oh, there's some holiday stuff. No, we're not close to it. Not where we're at.
Oh, okay.
There's some Santa costumes. No, I was wrong. This is it. Oh, I just mentioned it, and asking ye shall see. I would thought there'd be more Christmas stuff.
I mean, Christmas is still 6 weeks away at time of recording here.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
But here in the United States, it is already attacking us. They were playing Christmas music at the vet the other day when I had to go get my cat.
Well, that's a lot of Christmas.
And I was
You
yeah.
can. I just like that because it takes away what could be special about the holiday, and it makes it last half the year, so it's not special at all anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get, especially now, you want to be reminded that Christmas is coming, and um, for a lot of reasons. I mean, there's the sentimental reasons, obviously, where you can remember better times and good times with people maybe you haven't seen in a while because of the pandemic, and also
Yeah.
I imagine the stores want to remind you that you better buy early this year because the supply chain issues mean, yeah, stuff might be harder to get quickly. So,
Say I don't know the details of the supply chain problem, of course, so maybe my impression of it is off, but it does feel like the U.S. is experiencing what the rest of the world just considers normal. I mean, being out of certain food items, or you know, you can't find something in a store, you have to search around, and it's not easy to get access to stuff. That just seems like normal to me now.
oh well, having only lived in the United States my whole life, I wouldn't know, but that
Yeah.
is an accurate statement of kind of what's happening now. Is uh, not everything is within arm's reach,
Right.
like it was earlier. We're losing a bit of our convenience, and it's a little more worrying when it's essentials. Um,
Right.
but other things, it's like, oh no, it'll take me another week to get my video game or something. It's like, oh well. I mean, I'm sure somebody was counting on that money, but I mean, come on, it's not your heart pills. It's just like, Madden 2021 or something.
Right.
You'll
Yeah.
be you'll be all right.
Do you feel like you should be downloading your video games at this point?
Well, yeah, that was probably an old man example, but
Okay. Fair enough.
that was just the first thing that popped into my head is something really that people can wait on. But yeah, the physical video games, yeah, I don't, yeah.
Yep. 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 Well, there's still things that are manufactured in the United States. Those should be readily accessible, right? It's just the ports that are the problem. Is that
No, it's not just the ports. There's apparently a shortage of truckers for a variety of reasons. Um, Apparently, the working conditions are dismal and have been for years, but just the pandemic pushed it to the point where um, to a tipping point where it was just noticeable by everybody that this was becoming an issue. And I don't mean to say like every trucker has got it bad and it's just the worst job ever for all of them. I've just heard that it can be very stressful and a lot of really, really, really long hours and tedium and that kind of stuff. So not something most people probably would
Hông Kim, Hông Kim. Ôi à, Brown hấp tình. Không
would
tính. À,
enjoy.
my name.
Ho Hong Kim.
À, Hô Hoàn Kiếm, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did he have to ask you where you were parked?
No, I just asked him to take us back to the lake. I think we've seen it. I noticed him do a loop of something we've already seen, and I'm like, okay, that wraps it up.
Ah, okay.
We've seen it. Kind of a cool building. Oh, I see what's on that. The guy
Oh,
who see it?
there's
Can't zoom.
Hong Fat Motor.
Oh,
If you need your motor, come to Hong Fat.
well, that's so. I don't know what you call this, but this is that street.
Wow,
Metal
this is the
furniture street.
yeah storage district.
Oh, storage, like items that you can store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's motors on one side and all that. Maybe it's just like the metalhead district.
Well, it's a street, so where they intersect, you're getting two departments in one spot. So one of them, like, is where you go to get your. I don't want to say automotive, but motorcycle repair. Perhaps there's bicycle repairman street.
So yeah, I understand that this is not the supply chain is not a just isolated to the United States. It's happening everywhere. So, but this too shall pass. Just gotta hang in there.
I kind of wonder if part of the problem with the trucker situation is that they've been saying for 10 years now that we're not going to need any truckers because all the trucks are going to be driving themselves. So no new people are interested in becoming a trucker, obviously, because you just told them they're not going to have a job. So who's going to go into that industry?
Well, and again, it sounds really tough. Like it sounds
Sure it is.
like you need a lot of endurance and mental and physical stamina to do it. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. I mean, I think you tell most people it's like, oh yeah, it's sitting on your butt driving a truck. But
Right. Well, what is easy driving? What's easy for 10 minutes or 20 minutes is not easy for 16 hours.
no, absolutely not. Especially when you get to a certain age, it gets
Yeah.
harder. It's harder. So yeah.
I need to try and keep an eye out for livestock. We passed the chicken, and I didn't get him on camera.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen a chicken in the city, you're about to.
Feels like that could be a memoir, Chicken in the City.
Chicken in the City. That's the Don Knotts memoir.
Would be great. We should write
just-
that. It does not matter that we didn't know Don Knotts.
And that we won't do any research on his life or anything.
No, of course not.
I just came to the city. My Don Knotts always ends up sounding a little too Jimmy Stewart, so I apologize to both.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're both dead, right?
They are.
So they won't take offense.
I
Only
apologize
their
to
family
their fans. There are many legions of fans listening to this. No letters, please, Don Knotts fan club.
Dear online impressionist, I usually like your show.
Dear YouTube asshole.
Oh, wow.
How dare you mangle the dulcet tones of Don Knotts and/or Jimmy Stewart on your travel channel, no less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn you to hell, is what I'm sure Don Knotts would say if he were here. That's not true. Don Knotts seemed like a perfectly gentlemanly man.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I wonder, should I turn the camera around for a goodbye? Turn in
Oh,
next episode? Yeah.
I guess you're not back to the lake yet, though. I don't know. I think we
Oh,
should make sure you're not being kidnapped.
Well, in this place, before I start traveling the world, I do actually know this place. So we are just around the corner from the lake.
All right. He's just gonna drive into like an open stall on one of the streets, and he just like a garage door closes behind you, and it's like, oh no.
Oh, I was thinking an open semi truck trailer.
Maybe it's like
Night
it
Rider
turns
style.
it turns in on Butcher Street, and the last thing the camera sees is a man with like a knife and a I don't know, a salami slicer, I don't know, a meat grinder, whatever.
Or a cheese grater.
Jeez, oh God.
It's either not dangerous at all, or it's the worst torture ever.
It depends on which way you're rubbing against them, I guess. Which can be said for many things in life. How dangerous it is depends on how you're rubbing against it.
True. Well, this is a good shot. I think you did a good job.
Beautiful. He's going to ask for a big old tip for that one.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. He did do a good job.
Hoàn Kiếm Lake one way,
Yeah.
80, yeah, Opera House, Oakwater, Chim. Hoàn Kiếm Lake one way, 80,000, yeah. Aligo, Opera House, Chim, Oakwater, yeah. Chim, Oakwater, Opera House.
Okay, so total.
Yeah, Hoàn Kiếm Lake one way, Hồ Hoàn Kiếm one way, 80, Opera House, Chim, Oakwater, Corral.
Chin. So,
Chim, Corral, yeah. Okay.
So all together, it's 10.
Yeah. 308, Oakwater, yeah. Chim, Oakwater, Opera House.
108.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so how much? What's the
How
total?
much? Okay, 380.
380?
Yeah.
No.
Oakwater, Opera House, yeah.
No.
Chim.
We agreed on 80, so there you go.
Oh, three, okay. Oakwater.
No.
Chim on more beer, yeah. Oakwater, Opera House.
No.
Half an hour.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Chim.
But that's already more than double what we agreed. No, sorry.
Yeah. 250. Okay.
No. 200. Come on. It's a strange thing to ask, but it's not at all uncommon to negotiate the price after. I can exit full screen. Come on, full screen. Come out of it.
Oh, what was the final? 200?
200, yeah.
Oh, okay. That seems
The
fair.
80 was to circle the lake, and then he did at least as much time up in the historic quarter. So I said that was fair, but he wanted 400.
400. Wow.
Yeah, he wanted 400. But he's negotiating. It's just not uncommon to negotiate after the fact. And after I paid him the 200, he shook my hand and smiled. So not at all, not unusual.
Well,
maybe. Here's what we can do.
It's certainly different from what I'd be used to. I'd be like, no, come on. This was the deal.
Right. We negotiate beforehand. Period. And
maybe we'll give you a little tip, but so that, yeah.
No, you've got to honestly Let me see. Did I go off?
You got
Can
to
you hear
get
me?
back to your parking spot because you only paid for an hour. I heard that
Oh,
part.
good. Great. All right. Oh, yeah, I said an hour, but I didn't. I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
I'm not completely sure he was the part.
Uh-oh. Lost you. Uh-oh. I don't know if the...
Oh,
Uh-oh. He's back. There he is. You might not be able to see him on YouTube, but...
I've tried to get there. I'm getting there.
Oh!
Here we
Working
go. I'm
on it.
sideways or something. Am I sideways?
I'm still the primary here.
Oh, hello. Oh, no.
We were afraid the biker man came back and was going to get his
Oh,
400 no matter what.
no matter what. Oh, all right. Let's see. Now, things are happening. Lots of action. There we go.
Allegedly.
Now, I'm going to put me as the, oh, no. Shane, do your thing. What's going on?
Uh-oh. Working out the bugs here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, aren't we, though? The gimbal cord don't work too well. They're not cooperating. There we go.
There we
Right.
are.
I think you're the primary, but you know what? We're just not even going to worry about that. Yes, we have reached the end of the live stream.
As long as I don't have any responsibilities, I don't mind.
That's my lesson for life, or comment for life. I don't know. All right. Anyway, well, that was a fun thing. I enjoyed it. I think that's. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I think we should thank the bicyclist. He certainly added some unexpected twists and turns for his own, perhaps for his own enrichment, but it also enriched our experience here.
It did. I mean, that's what when you do something like that, you can't be super paranoid that how much is it going to cost, and don't do something extra. I gotta have this run by me for you. You gotta just let him go because he's going to take you around and try and add some time to it. But I mean, that's what you want. That's what you're there for, to see the city, to see the sights, and he's going to take you by the good ones. And I think we got some good ones. It was only
Yeah.
when I noticed we were just doing a loop, I was like, okay, I feel like that's all we need. We're good.
He
We
has
don't have to
run
do
out of
anymore.
ideas.
He ran out of ideas quite transparently. Yes.
Well,
Okay. Ooh, lighting is
what did
terrible in that direction.
we learn today? We
So
learned that Honkin Lake, it has many associated legends with it. We learned a little bit about King or Emperor. What's his name?
was it Lee Tai To, or was he the one that was the bronze
Lee
statue?
Tahoe, that was it. And we learned how the city is organized into different streets with different,
Yeah.
all one vendor type. And we learned how to haggle.
I think I'm really reluctant to tell people to come to Asia or any other part of the world, people from the United States, and haggle. I really, maybe we'll get into that in another episode at some point in the
Oh,
future. But it concerns me. It concerns me. This is my concerned face. But I won't get into why. But haggling is it's normal, but it also might not be what you think it is. So we'll just leave that
for another day.
exciting. What do you call it? Cliffhanger for another episode.
Next up, consumerism.
consumerism.
Yes.
We can discuss consumerism.
So haggling.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, we're at 110. That's a great show length. I'm glad everybody tuned in. That even though no one tuned in, but if you're watching in the future, you tuned in. And I can't get it to center on me. I cannot.
And we appreciate it, and we wouldn't be here without you,
who are currently non-existent. Well, you in the future watching us.
You
wouldn't
future
be here
people,
without future people. It
whoever
seems
you
backwards.
are.
Whoever you are. That's right. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. All right. Thanks again. Join us in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment if you have interesting things to say.
Talk about your favorite Hanoi Lake myth. What was it? Was it the one about the magic sword? How about that golden turtle deity? What was his deal?
What was his deal? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Tell us who you love more from that legend.
All right. Very good. All right, Scott. I'm going to end the stream, and then we can keep talking, actually.
All right. Well, we'll see. This has been Untethered. I am Scott B. Smith.
All right. Yes, and join us next time.